Hi, Kaylee, thanks for joining. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for saying hey. Chelsea, that's fine, no worries. Multitasking is always a great thing to be doing in this business. So, hi, Lissy, good evening. Nice to see you. Okay, guys, so what I would love to know is before we get started, what has been your biggest win of the week so far? Comment in the comments box. Let's give ourselves a shout out, congratulate each other. Celebrating wins is a massive part of our business, even if it's something really small, like you've had a shake every day, you've done a live reel. A live or a reel every single day. I am really proud to say I have done a reel every single day since the reel challenge begun. So I'm super proud of myself. And my win of the week, if anyone wants to come live and share their win of the week, just unmute yourself. And my other win of the week is that I have been branching out into the USA, and I've got one team member signed up in the USA, and I've got a team signed up in France as well. So I'm super excited. So I'm going global, building worldwide, which is what we can do, guys. So hopefully I'm going to get, I want to get team members from the East and the West. So no matter where I am in my day, whether I'm sleeping or awake, that I'm getting paid. So that's a beautiful thing about our business. So Jess said, stuck to the reel challenge every day. Amazing. Nina said, let's go back up. So Nina said, for me, it's been sticking to the food plan. Amazing. And you've lost weight, which is incredible. Like, I think you lost 4 pounds, didn't you? Which is incredible. Claire says, showing up every day and doing a DMO. Amazing. Chelsea says, first 4 clients signed up in 5 days. Amazing. Congratulations. 3 more signing up before Friday. Shake every day this week. Wicked. Good stuff, babe. And it's so true. Whenever you're living the mission, it's so much easier to attract the customers because they can feel your energy. Like if you're just posting on social media and not actually living that healthy lifestyle, energy is everything. So you've just got to be you, be truthful, tell people your struggles, what your favorite shake combos, and share that every single day. So Emma says, reconnecting with Zumba instructor and get her on the products as well as potentially as a teamie. Amazing. Jess stuck to the reel challenge every day. Amazing. Just a massive shout out to Jess. It's been a very, very difficult week for you, and she's still showing up. Absolutely cannot just give you more praise, babe. Like, you're amazing. Love you so much. Really proud of you. Emma Darling says, perform order tonight. Amazing. Johnny says, doing a reel every day, getting interaction from people who have never liked anything on my Insta. Isn't it amazing how reels actually just ignite your algorithm? I found that too. Like, I've got so many people that I never have connected with before. So that's amazing, Johnny. Congratulations. Emma says reel every day, and Nina says taking the omega capsules for my dry eyes. Ooh, interesting. Has that made a difference to you, Nina? I've never heard that before. So guys, we all know that this business is all about the promotions, you know, getting to SP, being PB qualified, but just making sure that you celebrate the small wins along the way is a massive part of this business, because sometimes in the more difficult months, just the small things, the things that keep you going. It's not always going to be about absolutely smashing it, because it's not. Sometimes we just have to put one foot in front of the other and one foot in front of the other and pave the way, and, you know, focus on our journey, you know, keep your eyes on the prize, but taking the small steps, and that over the course of your journey, when you look back, you'll be proud of all the things that you've achieved. So like, what I like to do is I like to keep a diary, and every day I'll write down a small win so I can look back and see all the small things that I've achieved. So if I'm ever having a down day, or I'm having a struggle day, or a day like, oh, you know, like, what's happening? Is my business growing? I can look back and go, do you know what? I'm really proud of myself for actually, you know, doing the small things, because it's the small things and just that one conversation that you might have sometimes that actually explodes your business. Okay. So, Jess, we love you so much. Zana lost 2 pounds since last week for showing up, going for no. Amazing. So guys, right, this evening, what I decided to do was to bring on one of our lovely ladies, Claire Tully, and I'm going to ask her some questions, and I want you to learn from this, because Claire is absolutely incredible at telling stories, about sharing her journey. Claire has come so far with her own personal development, the way she deals with things, and how she's attracting people and how she speaks to people now. So we're just going to do a bit of an interview. So what I want you to think about is how she's telling her stories, because remember, we are powerful storytellers and our job is to tell stories. We are highly paid storytellers at the end of the day. One of the things that I learned from the call that we had, it was Lauren Slocum's that weekend that she did, that was absolutely incredible, just before the not Harrogate event, the Liverpool event. I was put into a room and these ladies just said, all we do is tell our stories. Go and tell your stories 3 times a day as a minimum, and you will get people interested. Stop trying to sell. Stop trying to, get people to join your team for the sake of it. Go and share your story. What's been better now than it was when you were part of the team? What's better now in your health than before you started taking the products? So my first question, Claire, was going to be, what's your name and where do you come from? But we all know who you are. So do you want to just give us a bit of a backstory on why you started, what you were doing pre-Juice Plus, and what made you say yes?
Cool. Thank you very much for having me on.
Oh, thanks for coming on.
Okay, so before I started, I was really fat and miserable, basically. I definitely started from a place of desperation. So I was a police officer, really obviously highly stressful job, being an emergency worker, responding to frontline, out and about. And my nutrition was really poor. I was a shift worker, so working all hours, it'd be 3 o'clock in the morning and I'd be tucking into a massive bag of crisps, big chocolate bar and a humongous cup of caffeine to keep me going. So it was just like that vicious circle. And due to the job as well, I ended up suffering a mental breakdown and I got diagnosed with stress, anxiety and depression. And it was a very dark place in, obviously, and I couldn't really see a light at the end of the tunnel. And then it was a friend that said to me, why don't you try these shakes? And I was like, so I'd never even heard of Juice Plus. I didn't know what it was, never heard of it before in my life. But I trusted her. That was it. I trusted her. I'd seen that she'd got results and she was like, why don't you get on the shakes? So I just said yes out of desperation, because something had to change. I couldn't carry on the way I was carrying on. And then obviously, what a game changer, from starting on the shakes to then, I think it was about a month or 6 weeks in, and my friend said to me, why don't you try the premium capsules? And I didn't get it. I literally didn't get it. And I'd never forget, you guys, you and Marianne always saying to me, seriously, what don't you get? It's fruit, veg and berries, in a capsule. Come on now. And for me, the biggest thing was that I was always getting ill, because obviously my nutrition was bad, because I was a shift worker, because I was eating crap, because I wasn't exercising. I was always getting poorly, sick note, complete sick note. So obviously I was already feeling better using the shakes. So then when Marianne said, why don't you try the capsules? I was like, yeah, just why not? Why would you not try it to help you feel better? That's just been my whole motto all the way through my journey. You have to try these things to then make up your own mind. So obviously got on the premium capsules, and in 8 months, and this is obviously 8 years ago, it's my first health journey using the products. In 8 months I dropped 3.5 stone, which was 3 dress sizes, learned how to feel my body properly, obviously learned so much about nutrition, became part of the most amazing community, and just felt incredible inside and out. It was just it changed my life. It sounds so cliche, doesn't it? But it literally did. It really, really did. And then when Marianne said to me, oh, do you want to join the team? And I was like, what? She's like, well, we have a business opportunity, you've obviously got these amazing results, why don't you you can earn some money and obviously share that with other people and help them get results. And for me personally, oh hubby, can you just let the dogs back in, please? Sorry. For me personally, obviously I was a police officer. I joined the police because I wanted to help people. Obviously the police had been really fun, and then it had taken a real turnaround, and I had such a horrible experience. So again, I didn't know anything about network marketing. I didn't know the business plan, the conversation plan, or anything. All I knew was that the products made me feel amazing. I was having so much fun being part of the support group. Why would I not say yes to having a go at the business? Because I genuinely love helping people. And to me, this was a way of actually helping people properly, rather than what I was doing in my day job. So yeah, so I said yes, without even thinking about it, and there we go. That's a bit of background.
Absolutely love that. And do you know what I love so much is that you said yes to Marianne because you trusted her. So
Yeah.
you trusted her because she was on the products, she was on the journey, she was posting about it on her social media, and you were like, yeah, she was a friend. And it's that whole know, like, and trust, isn't it? And that was what we had with her. And isn't it amazing as well, like one conversation that she had with you led you to lose 3 dress sizes. You were then educated and you've passed it on to so many different people. So guys, like, what you can take from this is that when you think to yourself, oh, I'm just not going to speak to that person, you don't know how much that person might need this and the impact that can have on their life. You've done so well, Claire. Like, there's been so many other changes as well, hasn't there? Like, you've come so far, but we'll touch on that a bit later on. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I absolutely love hearing it every time. I know there's so much more to it. So join the business because, you know, you were naturally doing it anyway. You were taking the products, you were loving them, you were getting the results, and, you know, you were naturally recommending them. You were loving the support group. So, you know, when you joined, what was your light bulb moment in the business? Have you had that moment where you've gone, oh God, yeah, let's go for it?
So it wasn't, when I first joined, obviously it was literally a no-brainer. I was like, yeah, sign me up. Got signed up. Obviously had to tell the police that I was starting a business, and they told me I couldn't do it. So for 6 months, I think it was around about the first 6 months of my Juice Plus business, I couldn't actually do it. So I missed out on going to Nice. That was when I first joined. I missed out on that because I wasn't allowed to. And it was just like, I could see that all this incredible stuff going on, and I was like, oh my God, I probably should have left the police then, but you know. So it wasn't until we went to Barcelona, so the first time. So that was like my first big convention. I mean, what a convention to go to, Barcelona. And Marianne had just hit QNMD, and I had just hit SP. Obviously, it was SDD then, SP. And obviously, we got our bonuses, and Marianne's bonus. I know we shouldn't really talk about earnings, but obviously this was like a few years ago, but her commission and her bonus was 6.5 grand that month, and she literally was like, well, that's my half of my wedding paid for. And I was like, what? Oh my God, like that just lit me up. And then we flew out to Barcelona that same month and had the most incredible weekend. It was literally insane, like so amazing. And I just thought, oh my God, there's so much to this. Like, I didn't even have a clue. Like, this can literally change everything if I wanted it to. Absolutely. So yeah, that was definitely the first light bulb moment. There's been quite a few.
Yeah, I think you have several, don't you? Like, you go, oh God, this, oh God, that. But I think what's really interesting here, guys, is that we can take from Claire's story that she's telling us is that she's been inspired by someone else's story. So again, like, you know, Marianne's journey through the business inspired her so much, and she had that light bulb. So never be afraid of sharing your story, because even if you think your story is not that impactful, you never know. Someone might be watching you that needs to hear that, and it might just help them. It might just help them have that moment. So be proud, you know, think about what's really changed for you, even if it's something small, even if it's something that you think might be insignificant, share it. You need to be sharing something about your story on your social media every day. Your hair, your skin, your nails, your journey, your confidence. You know, what has the business done for you? It's payday tomorrow. What is that going to do for you? Share about it on your social media. And then second of all, I was going to say something else about your light bulb. So you said Marianne the money that paid for her half of the wedding. So it just shows like the possibilities, doesn't it? So even though like we don't talk about earnings really, it you know, we're real people. And for Claire, you know, Marianne was just your friend and she was doing this, you know, so it's real people. We're just normal people that are able to live extraordinary lives through this business, and all we've got to do is get to work. So my next question to you, Claire, this is amazing, thank you so much for this. What has been your biggest achievement so far? Doesn't have to be like position wise, money wise. What do you feel like you have accomplished that's been the biggest thing for you so far since joining the Juice Plus company?
Okay, so I think there's three. So the first one was being able to just pay outright to take my mum to Budapest for her 60th birthday. Like, didn't even have to think about it, didn't have to put any money aside for however many months. It was literally got paid from Juice Plus and booked this trip. We went for 5 days and just showed her the best time in Budapest. We literally had the most amazing time, and I definitely recommend going to Budapest if you haven't been. It's so beautiful, and it was just incredible. And to be able to do that for her 60th and not have to, like, do you know what I mean, not scrimp or save or worry. It was just like, didn't tell her about it, just told her that she was going to be away and she had to pick it off work, and then rocked up at her house with a Budapest like guide thing that we'd wrapped up and gave it to her, and when she opened it, that was the first she knew. It was literally, that was incredible. And then the second thing is obviously leaving the police. Like, that is like the big one. I was obviously a copper for 15 years, and in the end it was literally destroying my soul. Like, it was so bad. Oh, I can laugh now, but wow. And so to be able to just go, like, literally, like, the police,
FTP.
no disrespect, my husband's still a police officer, by the way, so no actual disrespect to the police, just the organisation in general. Actual police officers do an amazing job. Yeah, so to be able to just be like, yeah, that was just like, I can't even describe how amazing it felt. And the third, like, I think the biggest accomplishment being part of Juice Plus is just everything you get to experience. What's going on?
Sorry, Steph's just making loads of noise.
Oh, what's going on? You know, the friendships, the energy, the support, the guidance, the love. Like, I mean, my husband's like, how's your cult today? And I'm like, I fucking love it. Like, it is lit. I was like, if it is a cult, I'm so happy I'm part of it.
Love it. Yes, happy.
He is actually quite supportive. He was just joking around, but it is literally, you can't describe until you're part of it. You can't describe it. Like, and just so maybe the biggest accomplishment is saying yes, isn't it?
100%.
Isn't it?
Yeah, and seeing the vision, seeing the big picture.
Yeah, just said yes to myself and went with it, and what a journey it has been.
Yeah, and so much more to come as well. Like, that's the most exciting thing, isn't it? And do you know what I was going to say as well from what you were last saying, is that I think what's really important, guys, is when Claire's speaking, all the experiences that you've had at events, all these light bulbs at the events, Barcelona, and all the times that you're talking about, it's events change your business. Fact, whether it's your business that you're doing at home events, whether you're doing coffee shop events, which can just be one-on-one, whether you're actually planning big events in a nice venue, events change like businesses, and that's an absolute fact. So yeah, just absolutely love those. It's so nice that you've been able to do that for your mum. And you know, I hold my mum, like similarly to you, so dearly to my heart, and I've been able to help my mum as well through you know, being a part of this business. I've been able to give back to her so much, and having a conventional job, I just would never have been able to do that. So that's absolutely amazing. So right, what I'd love to know now is I've got quite a few questions here. So what has been the 3 things that has benefited your life from being on the products? So it's been what, perhaps 6 years, maybe 7 years?
8 years.
8 years that you've been on the products. Wow. So what has been the biggest changes in your health since you've started taking the products, and what's kept you on them? Because I think what a lot of people do is they dabble in and out and go, oh, I'll take the capsules, and then they stop. And what's been the thing that's kept you taking them?
Immune system, like number 1, immune system. Honestly, I can't even describe to you how much I was always ill, like with a cold or, you know, whatever. And I can count on one hand the amount of times I've been poorly in 8 years. Like immune system is just everything. And obviously going through 2 pregnancies and continued using the products throughout both pregnancies and being, you know, absolutely healthy and fine, and babies healthy and fine, like, yeah, just incredible. So immune system, number 1. Number 2, energy, like what the actual, as a mum, I honestly don't know how mums who don't take our products actually get through their day. Like, honestly, I don't know, I don't mean that horribly, but seriously, they just help me so much every single day as a mum, especially when you get no sleep. Like, it's like, okay, fine, double up on capsules, shake, uplift, have a perform, let's just keep going. Buzzing.
I wish I got that on my phone. I didn't quite manage, but that's hilarious. It's so true, isn't it? People always say, like, what is this glow about you? How have you got 2 kids and you're up all through the night and you're running your businesses, you're running your home, you've got the dogs, like, how are you functioning? And it all goes back to that. And somebody that does well in this business always takes the products, and the more products that you're on, guys, the more that you're going to sell. So, you know, when you have a great experience with these, why would you ever stop? People do, and it blows my mind. But what we know, don't we, Claire, is that fruit and vegetables is never going out of fashion. We all need it. It's not a luxury. Juice Plus is an absolute necessity, and it's something that we all need to take and be on every single day. And so does everybody else around the globe. So that should give you enough fire in your belly to know that you've got gold at your fingertips, whether it's on your keyboard, on your phone, whether you go out and meet people. You've got something that has the, you know, the prospect and the opportunity to change everybody's life that you speak to. Got something you might be interested in. So that leads me on to my next question. What are your top tips on getting customers, Claire?
Top tips for getting customers: just make friends, like, and share your story. Like, honestly, make friends and share your story. Obviously I do have a free group as well, like you, Mills, but that did die a death last year when Facebook banned me from posting in groups. Luckily that ban has now been lifted, but just sharing the story, definitely, because nobody can take away from you how you feel from being on the products. Nobody can take away from you the benefits that you have gained from using the products. Nobody can take away from you everything that you experience from using them every day. That is your story. It's unique to you. And when you share that with others, they can't help but feel your energy from what, you know, it could just even be one benefit you felt from using the products. You share that with somebody with excitement, and they're gonna feel it. They're really, really gonna feel it. So yeah, making friends, sharing story, and then obviously I do what you do, Mills, and just use the question system, and I find that just works the best, because obviously I think the biggest objection that you get from people is, oh, I can't afford it. But actually, when you go through the question system and they laid it all out for you, and then if they still turn around and say I can't afford it, you go, well, actually,
hold on a sec.
yeah,
And you also eat £40 worth of takeaways every week. So that's 120
Yeah,
you don't need to be spending.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, definitely I'd say them three.
Okay, love that. I'm going to add to that as well, product journey. So getting on the challenge. So whatever journey that you're on, share that with people. Product journey is absolutely key because people will be inspired. There's always a way to reinvent yourself. Over the years, I've reinvented myself countless times, whether it's being able to squat more, losing weight, doing the bikini. I'm not telling anyone don't go and do a bikini competition. It doesn't build your business and it's really bloody hard and it's not nice. But whatever journey that you're going on, challenge yourself. I needed to do that for me. That was part of my journey. So whatever it is that inspires you, whether it's a couch to 5K, whether it's a squat challenge, whether it's I'm going to drink a shake and do a live every day challenge or a breakfast swap challenge, get excited about it. The more that you share, the more people are going to be watching and be like, what's that Gail doing? Look at those nice gym clothes she always wears. She's so glamorous. People are always going to watch you. And the more that you're putting it out there and being excited about it, then it truly will, it will build that momentum. So next question, that's the YouTube, hold on. Love that. So thank you for those tips. Again, sharing your stories, absolutely, so important. So how do you get through the tough times? And there's been some really tough times in the business over the years. Can't believe it's 8 years. How have you kept yourself going through the tough times, through those times? Because business doesn't always go like this. It quite often goes like this, and it quite often goes like this as well. But so in the dips and like the level outs, like how have you kept yourself going? And what tips can you give everybody to, if they're in that situation or when they ever get there? Like, there's that quote that they say, never give up on a bad day. What's the thing that kept you going on your bad days?
Okay, so like honestly, it's the positivity that you get from everybody from the team. I think that is it, because there's been so many times where I've wanted to quit. I've been doing this 8 years and I'm still only SC, but I'm still here because of the community and because I love it so much and because that's been my choice to do it only sort of, part-time. The baby's crying. I might have to go and get her in a minute. But even, obviously take 2020, for example, I lost 6 people that year and I could have so easily just been like, I can't do it. But actually it was being part of this and seeing the team and helping my clients that actually helped me personally through that grief, because I had something to show up for. I had a purpose, and because I love doing it so much, obviously, like I just can't, even on the shit days where you don't think you can do anything, I still just do one thing. Like, even if it's just message a client or post something on social media, you can always do one thing which can then lead to doing something else. So, but I think massively, if you're having a tough time, you need to lean into your upline, lean into your team, get back into your support group or team group and just soak up, get on a call. Like, if you can't get to an event, get on a call, because it will literally flip your mindset. Like that, like you will get inspired. But yeah, just don't ever quit on a shit day. Just do one thing positive and just get in with, like, I think there's a lot of team that will sit on the sidelines and maybe it's a confidence thing or think they don't know enough or whatever, but actually if you throw yourself into it, you're going to learn as you go and you will literally be engulfed by love and support, like, all the time. And yeah, it's just like family, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. No, I absolutely love that. That was amazing. That was really, you went in deep there. And there was a lot of really, like, I could feel a lot of emotion from you, because there has been down times, and like sometimes, when things get tough, people just go, oh, sack it off. And that's unfortunately where people lose their way. But when you have got a strong enough why, when you've got that vision, when you've seen the bigger picture, when you've been to the events, that is what really keeps you in. And there's been, for me as well, some absolutely just the lowest of the low times. I've been Club 78, I've had a 360 grand pay line. My business then dropped down to, I went from 78 down to 11. That's fine, Claire. And I could have quit. I could have gone, do you know what? I ain't up for this. I'm not rebuilding again. But I just had to think to myself, like, if I don't do this, then what? If I don't start again, if I don't find new people, if I don't get concentrated, and if I don't get my blinkers on, I'm going to go back to doing a job I don't like, working in a children's play centre or working in Tesco's and not having the freedom to make choices. So even though I know you guys might think, oh, well, you've been here for ages, you've got a great business, there has been an absolutely massive roller coaster for me as well, like the ups and downs, the up again and down again. It's all part of the journey. But what's most important is your why and your vision. Okay. So if you can believe in yourself enough to know that you can create anything that you want in your life, and you can dream as big as you want to dream, this business can give you everything and so much more. And I just want Claire, like, I'd love to know, just as we come to the end of this, like, what is your why? Like, tell us about your why and what keeps you here.
Do you know what? I think I struggle sometimes with my why, because when I first joined, it was to leave the police. When I first joined, it was just because it was loads of fun. I was having such a fun time, like, on the products and being part of the group. And then obviously going to Barcelona and seeing, like, it was like, what? This can be literally everything. So then it was everything to leave the police, wasn't it? We had our own little hashtag and everything.
Literally.
So then obviously did leave the police. I think now my why is to show my children that you can be and do anything that you put your mind to, as long as you believe in yourself and you work for it, and you don't let anybody ever tell you can't do something. And it's taken me a long time to realize that. I was always brought up on, you go to school, you go to college, you go to university, you get a good job, you security, and all of that. So to then have this opportunity where it's like, no, you can literally achieve anything, from working off your phone, like, anywhere, like, oh my god, amazing. So it's definitely for my children, but I think mainly to prove to myself that I can do it. I can do set out what I want to achieve, like. And obviously my upline quit, like, Marianne quit, and there was I still to this day don't understand why. Like, I still don't know why she quit. Like, you'd have to drag me, I think, I don't, over my dead body, basically. I'm never going to stop doing Tuesday.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Mills, even if I stay SC for the next 10 years, I'm having the most fun doing it. Like, it's just, I love genuinely being able to help people. Like, but it's not going to happen. It's going to be NMD this year. So I said it here.
I love that. Like, first of all, congratulations on leaving the police. Let's give Claire some congratulations. FTP, hashtag FTP. Like, maybe Claire will share with you what that means at some point. But first of all, like, what's really important to know is that, like, Marianne left, but Claire and I stayed super, super close. She bonded to me, and, we had phone calls. You called me, you asked for my help, and it's about staying close to the fire, guys. So always reach out to your upline. Yeah, Johnny, I think you understand what it means. I think we said it earlier, actually, didn't we? I don't know if everybody heard. But it's really about connecting with the people that inspire you, but also just keeping close to your upline. And if you don't get close to them, like go upline and find someone that you can work with, you know, and create that bond and that friendship. And you do really create such incredible, like unshakable bonds. Like, you know, Claire and I are absolutely like, we're solid. We're such great friends. Like, I'm going around to her house tomorrow. We've got some really exciting news that we're going to share with you. Maybe we'll share a little bit at the end. It's really exciting. But you know, it's all about, it's so much more than just getting the orders in to get a bit of money. It's about the friendships. It's about changing people's lives. It's about serving the many, which leads to greatness. And that's exactly what you do so well, Claire, is that you're here for the people. You're here to help people because of the journey you've been on. You've inspired yourself from what you can do, the growth that you've had in yourself, in your self-development, how you now inspire other people to do the same. You know, and you've become qualified as a coach as well along the journey. So there's been more opportunities that you've learned to grow into yourself, as well as doing Juice Plus. So you've opened one door and done so many other things, because even in the times of adversity, even in the hard times, you've pushed through, you know, and you've stayed close to me. Sometimes, of course, there's been times where I'm like, hello, are you still there? And that's your job as an upline, to reach out to your team when you notice that they're quiet. You know, are they okay? And you know, again, it's about building those friendships, friends before business, guys. That's what this is about. So thank you so much for sharing that about your why. So we've got 15 minutes left. I've literally just lost my notes now. So the next thing that I was just going to ask you, what is, if you were bringing someone new into the business, what are your 3 top tips? What are the 3 most simple things that you would get a new team member to do?
I'll get them to clear up their social media.
Yeah.
Or like have a look at their Facebook and obviously get a picture of themselves as their profile picture.
Yeah.
Get something inspirational as their cover photo, or even their you know, something that they love as their cover photo, and just to have a look at it and get them to obviously, I'd give them like you know, some of the top leaders or whatever, to somebody that relates to them, I suppose. Like, so if it's another mummy, get them to have a look at some of the other mums in the team and see how they're using their social media. I would get them to get on the Zooms. Like, I just think, like, you can feel so alone sometimes in this business, but as soon as you get on a call, you're brought straight back into it. So if you're not getting on training calls, if you're not getting on the opportunity call on a Monday, if you're not getting on the PJ call on a Friday, you're seriously missing out. Like, honestly, you can watch Netflix later. Like, be on the calls, you're going to learn something, you're going to be inspired, and it's going to motivate you to take action for yourself. So getting on the calls is a must, and then getting them to work out that, like, some dreams, like, so vision board, maybe not a vision board, so to speak, to begin with, but obviously just getting them thinking about what do they want to achieve, how much do they want to be earning, so then we can work out a plan of how to get there. But just keeping it really simple, really simple.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, I think you can just overwhelm people so much.
Yeah.
So yeah,
there's a lot to know, but remember, guys, like, when I know that when I first started this business, I didn't know anything about anything, and I just knew that I loved the products and I wanted to tell everybody, and that's it. And I wanted to build my team. So build team from the go. You don't need to know how to speak to people, because you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. Look at that face. She is just adorable, isn't she? Oh my God, she's the cutest thing ever, isn't she? Oh, she's wide awake, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, and guys, like, this is true business, right? We're all here together. Claire's just on the call with her baby. You literally, what's your excuse? Like, you get up in the night, you've got a poorly baby, you've not been well, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about just being authentic and fitting this around everything that you do. And just back to what you were saying, 100% keeping it simple, and just think, like, what would you want to know when you first started? Like, what information would you need to know? So my top tips for getting started is obviously getting them signed into the office, telling them about their first promotion, and getting them to go and put a status up, like, like clearing up their social media, but putting a status and asking who wants to come on a health journey with me. And that's what I've been doing, and it's working so well. My girl in America she's flying at the moment, and she's speaking to people. She hasn't even put up a status yet. So just really, like, just keep on going. Like, you have to recruit like 5, 6, 7 people to get a good one. I've recruited so many over the last couple of months, and nobody's really done anything. So that's fine. You've just got to get through the numbers. So finally then, Claire, what is your vision for the company, for your business? What is your vision for your business? And what are you excited about?
NMD is the main vision, definitely, to just be able to live this life every day. Because obviously at the minute I'm on maternity leave, and when I get up in the morning, I just think this can be your life every day. Like, this can be your life. Am I keeping you up?
She's boring you.
So NMD definitely, and to help my team. Like, I want to see them get to where they want to be, and one of my biggest visions is to go out and travel around with Missy as NMD. Like, she is living her dream, living her best life. She's building her business whilst on the road, and I just want to be able to take my family, just go out there, join her, and we just go off around, just still building business. Like, incredible. So that's on my vision board, to go. Well, I did say go to Utah, but she's not there anymore. She's in Texas, so I need to change it.
Absolutely love that. And it's so important to have that real vision of something that is tangible for you, and really think about how's that going to feel, because having a dream is one thing, but having a dream with it written down on a piece of paper is another thing. And then isn't it? I know. She's so cute. And then obviously speaking it out and sharing it with people. But one of the most important thing is how would it feel? How would it feel if it was the 10th of February, 2023, and that £7,200 bonus was going into your account, and, tomorrow would be that day, 10th of February, and that you're going to probably get over 10 grand in 1 month from going NMD, from having a story, being consistent and sharing fruit and vegetables. What would £10,000 do for you? And I know that might seem like an absolute lifetime away, but have that vision for yourself and know that if I can do this, any of you can. You've just got to get on your journey, guys, and keep that vision really close to your heart. So really think about how you would be spending your time as an NMD. Think about what would be different in your life. Where would you live? What clothes would you wear? How would you spend your time? Like Claire said, this could be my life every day. So that is the thing that will get Claire up in the morning, that will go, I'm getting up and I'm doing my DMO and I'm sending my 5 messages and I'm speaking to my team and I'm being that leader, because I want this for me and my family. Yeah, exactly, Zan. I don't know any job that lets you bring your baby to work. Exactly. And yeah, you learn as you earn in this business. Earn as you learn as you earn. So yeah, it's an absolutely magical formula. And like Claire said at the beginning as well, like sometimes we just don't have that confidence to do what we need to do. But when you start thinking about how can I help these people? How can I help my friends? How can I help people that I don't know? Have these products. It's just by asking questions. So I'm going to challenge you guys this week to send voice notes when we introduce ourselves to people on Instagram or, Facebook. Do you do you message people or do you voice note? And one of the things that has dramatically changed my friendship circle that I've got at the moment, that are all interested in products, that are joining the business and that are saying yes, are people that I voice note, that I have fun conversation with. So I'm messaging loads of ginger girls that have dyed their hair. We have crazy talks. Ginger girls that go to the gym. That is like a big thing at the moment. I've got a girl in America called Julia who is this close to signing up. She's on the product. So you've just got to build those relationships. And I started that out by sending her a crazy voice note like, babe, your hair is epic. Like, I absolutely love the fact that you've jumped in and joined the Ginger Girl Club, big on the training, and sent her like a Flex Friday. Like, think about something that you can share with people and just have fun. And of course, sometimes, you know, you might not be able to get people into, you know, thinking about the products yet, but if they then see you posting on your social media your journey about your hair and this and that, then they will start asking. Okay, so you just never know. So thank you so much this evening, Claire, for sharing all your top tips and your story. What I think I've taken away from this evening from you, and guys, if you want to pop something in the comments box, give Claire some love and pop something that you've taken away from this call this evening. I know it's been a bit different this evening, but I just think it's really nice for you guys to hear real stories and, you know, how people are being successful. Like Claire has hit her PB every single month for, do you know how many consecutive months it is now, Claire?
I don't know how many months, but it's ever since I hit FP, which was September 2014 till now.
So what, that's pretty much not like 8 years, so 8 times 12, whatever that is. I can't do maths. That is incredible. Like, that's an achievement in itself, which means Claire's got paid on her team every single month. She's got like amazing commission, so you now earn 20%. That's the most commission that you can earn off your own orders and the orders that you put through. So, you know, that's an absolute win in itself. So you just never know like what this business can bring, and that one more conversation. So just think, guys, how could my life be different if I just did 1 or 2 things differently from this day forward? So what I want you to think about is, what are the 2 things that you keep putting off that you don't want to do? Because they're the 2 things that will change your business. And I can guarantee you that, whether it's doing a DMO, whether it's doing live videos, whether it's sending voice notes, whether it's talking to people about the business. So think about 2 things that you constantly put off. And I'm going to challenge you this week to go and freaking do them, because that's going to be the thing that changes your month, that changes your year, that could change your life. When I started doing live videos, guys, my business changed. When I got out my own way and stopped going, oh, but what if I say something wrong and if people don't like me? Like, who cares? The right people will gravitate towards you. You are your own superpower, and you are incredible exactly as you are. Once you start loving yourself for everything that you are, and you see what an incredibly unique and amazing person you are, and you have this incredible magic about you that's different from everybody else, so you can't compare what I'm doing, what Olivia Measures is doing, what Katie's doing. Once you get in your lane and see what you've got as magic, whether that's you love beauty, whether you love traveling, whether you love swimming, whether you love horse riding, give people information about that, because it's what you love. Turn this business into a passion of things that you love, and incorporate Juice Plus in that. You don't need to be a nutritionist, you don't need to be a PT, you don't need to have all the knowledge. You just need to be able to live your life, show your lifestyle, and go, this is what I take to give me energy, this is what keeps me in shape, this is what keeps my body functioning in the best health, to give me the energy, the whatever it is that this business gives you, the products give you, to live that lifestyle. And that is how you're going to start recruiting more people on the products and in your team, by showcasing your magic and your passion with the products included in that. So no selling, no buy this product, showing the capsules that it's £20 a month. You want people to go, geez, I want some of that energy. I want what she's got. Look at her going out for lunch every day, spending time with her baby, you know, curating all those workouts, whatever it is that you do. Share that on social media, and then incorporate Juice Plus in that. And you can learn and live your life like you have never even imagined. And that is all that I did. I took the products, I shared what I was doing every day. I encouraged people to come and jump on it, because I've got something that everybody needs, and that's Juice Plus. And when people say, oh yeah, I don't need that, I'm like, you don't need fruit and veg? And they're like, oh, well, I eat enough. I'm like, okay, cool. How many do you eat? Like 5 a day? And then I say, okay, what ones do you eat? bananas, oranges, broccoli, peas, and carrots. And I'm like, cool. Did you know that apples are stored for up to a year? And actually probably don't have much nutritional value. And that's something that you guys all know from our opportunity calls, because I say it all the time. So just think about, like, how can you give value? And if you are not a 10 out of 10 on the products, go and educate yourself. If you're not a 10 out of 10 on the network marketing industry, go and educate yourself, because the more you know, the more power that you have. And over the years, I have equipped myself, so my toolkit is so full that I could literally handle every objection that anybody came to me with. PTs, lawyers, herbalists, supermarket owners, you name it. I could, because I've educated myself by going to events and watching Zoom calls, audios, YouTube videos about Juice Plus and people that have been successful. So I surround myself every single day with people like John Holowati, Jeff Roberti, Olivia Measures, Emma Snedden, because it's all on YouTube, and I listen to somebody every single day to equip myself with more tools. And I will hear one or two things that I'll think to myself, God, I've not said that before. I'm going to say that to somebody. So educate yourself. If you really want to be successful in this business, guys, you've got to take responsibility for your education in this business, in the network marketing industry. So thank you so much for all joining and staying this evening. It's been an hour and I've absolutely loved hearing Claire's story. Thank you so much for coming on and bringing Thea as well. It's been absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to read out what people have said. So let's just go back. Jess said, I totally lost my way when I stopped dropping the calls. Johnny says, earn as you learn. Zana says about the baby. And then Johnny says, been there and had a taste of 3 years, hate my job and want to be full-time with JP again. Johnny, mate, like, you've got this in you. I know you can do this. So just think about what are the two things that you were doing when you were most successful that you aren't doing now. And I can tell you one of them is probably events. Like, when was the last time you did an in-home event, or when was the last time you did a, I don't know, big event? And you might have done them recently, but it's that consistency, isn't it? And I 100%, you've got NMD written, all over it. It's, yeah, you've got this. I had a job that I could take my baby to work, but it wasn't on my terms. It was awful. And 90% of the time, oh God. Well, glad that you're here, Kat. And, that the future is bright, and hopefully much better than that job. So totally wrote that last message wrong. I meant when I dropped the calls, I lost my way. I think we understood what you mean, Jess. Emma, always voice note now, so quick and easy, 100%. Hashtag Ginger Sisters, love you back, got you back. Missy says, I love you. Emma says, thank you, Claire. Johnny says, thanks, Claire. It was brilliant. Love this call. So relatable. Thanks, ladies. Claire, always find you so freaking inspiring. You're an amazing human being. Oh my God, that is amazing. Well done on your PB. I need to get back on the lives and out of the free group. 100%, Jess. So freaking inspired right now, says Missy. So thank you guys so much for your energy. I absolutely love every single one of you. So whatever you've taken away from this night, go and implement it. It's so easy just to put your books away and not do anything. So go and, we'll get a photo before everybody goes. So go and implement these things and think about the two things. If you're not doing events, then I promise you that's going to be a game changer. Speak to your upline and get them to either jump on a Zoom with you in your in-home and let them do the speaking. You be the host, let them be the speaker, or get them to come to you if they're not too far away. And yeah, just get out of your comfort zone every single day. Do something that scares you and grow yourself. And I promise you that, everything that's happening to you now is happening for you. And if you want more magic to happen, you've got to believe in yourself a bit more. Write out your gratitudes and just dream bigger, because this business, we are in 27 countries now, and you only need those 5 people that want to look good, feel good, and make money, and to teach those 5 to get 5, and you will absolutely fly. It's not about knowing the thousands. It's just about finding those 5 golden people. So let's get a photo, guys. Turn your cameras on. Thank you so much for joining this evening. It's been amazing. Claire, thank you so much for giving us your energy and your time. You've been incredible. So Nina, come on, put your camera on. Kaylee, if you finished washing up. Yes, there she is. Lovely to see you. Who's that in the middle that's got the black screen? Don't know who that is. Oh, Kat. Right, I'm just going to go for this now. There's Nina. Lovely to see you. Love your PJs. Very cute. Cool. Right, guys, give me a big smile. 3, 2, 1. Let's do a crazy one as well. So as always, you've just hit NMD. Give me the face that you've got your NMD bonus. Amazing. Absolutely love it, guys. Right. So just before you go, I'm meeting up with Claire tomorrow and we've got something very exciting that we're planning for you. So I don't know if you're all aware, but the Aylesbury Aldershot, don't know which one it is, or Aldershot, that's it. I've called it Aylesbury. I think that's the same place, isn't it? Maybe not. Who cares? But that event, Emma Karen's event, has been cancelled. So everybody that was coming to that is going to be invited to come along either on Zoom or to Claire's house. So we're going to do a training event and we're also going to do an opportunity event. It's going to be the first of many. That is going to be on this Saturday. And that is that the 11th, Claire? The 12th. So that is the 12th of March. And I've got an open house. So what that basically means is that if you want to come and stay here on the Friday night, you can bring an airbed, come and stay. My house is open. We're going to make reels. There's not a lot of room here. You'll need to bring an airbed and a sleeping bag and a pillow. We can all squeeze in here. I've got a big bedroom upstairs. We've got an office. There's lots of room. So there's 13 people on here. There might be more, but my house is open. We're going to have food. Steph's going to cook us pizza. Johnny, you're very welcome to come as well. He would absolutely love you to be here if you want to come. So yeah, it's going to be fun, guys. This is all about this business, being together and creating memories. So getting off the Zooms and being together. If it's anything like any of our other meetups that we've had, it's going to be a lot of fun. So RSVP me ASP, because if more than 15 people say yes, I'll obviously have to put a stop on it because there's not that much room. But let me know if you want to come. I'd love to have you here. It's going to be fab. Missy, of course, my darling, we will Zoom you in from over there, and we will be on Zoom as well, guys, on the event. But if you want to come and make some reels with us, have some food and fun, and it's just going to be great. So yeah, very excited, and I will let you know of all the details really soon. So thank you so much for joining this evening. Have a great rest of your week. See you on Friday on the PJ call, and we'll see you soon, guys. And I'll pop the photos in the groups for you all. All right, guys, have a good one, and thanks so much for joining, and just thanks for everything you all do. I love you all so much, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Claire. You're amazing.